Okay guys, so today I decided to do a kind of sit down video because I feel I haven't done one of them in ages, and just talk through how all the geckos are doing. So first we're going to start off with Gizmo. Now she's obviously laid 2 eggs this year. She hadn't eaten for a long time, so her weight had gone up and down and everything. So I'm just going to quickly talk through that because I do have all of her weight, so you could probably see me in the reflection. I've actually had her weights since she hatched, and something that I found really interesting is in America you do a lot of measurements in cups, whereas in England, or United Kingdom, we do a lot in just grams and ounces and things like that. So most kitchens have just scales, general kitchen scales. So that's generally what I use to weigh my geckos, because I know I posted a picture of like my geckos being weighed before and people were like, what is that? And I'm like, it's just scales. So anyway, I have her weights from this year as well. Now on the 20th of February 2015 she was 60 grams, that's a really good weight for Gizmo. And then she didn't eat from February till about June. That's a big amount. So she did, at her lowest point she was about 48 grams, so 60 down to 48 is quite drastic for a gecko. She laid her egg, she went down 45 grams. Then she went up 48 grams, laid an egg, went down to 44 grams, and now she's gone up 46. What I found is that every time she laid an egg, she lost 4 grams, and then she gained 2 or 3 grams afterwards. So I'm hoping now the egg situation has gone and she's just going to keep going up in her weight. She's actually doing really well. She's hunting, very interested in all of her food. Something really interesting I've noticed though is that she suddenly decided to change where she goes to the loo, which is kind of unusual with geckos because they tend to go in the same place. So usually it is, you can't see it because it's off the camera, but it's over here, right at the front of the tank. And I was wondering where it had all gone because I'm like, well, she's eating, where's it coming out? And then look what's down there, just under, inside her hide. She's been going to the loo in her hide because there's like a little bit underneath that catches all the dirt, and that's where she's, oh my goodness. Look, she's coming to get my hand. It's really difficult to do because there's loads of reflection on this tank. Gizmo! Gizmo! Come up here! Gizmo, come on! Come on! Come on! Yes! Hello! If you're wondering what all of this white stuff is in the Eco-App, that's actually calcium powder. She decided to tip her little dish of calcium powder out, so it's not like weird poop or anything. Kiss! Okay, as for Ziggy, she's doing alright. She was one of the others that wasn't really eating. She does still have an egg inside of her. She's sort of eating. She's not eating the normal amount that she would normally eat, but she's retained her weight really well. She's really nice and chunky and very active. That right there is a cricket's exoskeleton. I believe it shed it when it was in the tank. But yeah, she's still not back to her normal hunting. If I give her a wax worm, she'll eat it. But as for crickets, not right back there yet, but I'm very positive. As for Minnie, Minnie's hunting skills are amazing at the moment, considering she's always had a dodgy eye and sometimes I've had to help her out with hunting. She is one of the best at the moment, second to Diego. And I don't think she's in her hot hide at the moment. I believe she is in this hide. Sorry, this is still a bit reflective. She does actually quite like this hide. Yeah, she's definitely in it because I can feel the weight. There she is. Hello, Minnie. But yeah, she's doing really well. She seems pretty happy in her little cold hide. Oh, one thing I did notice about her, right, is that obviously she doesn't have the best sight. And what I've noticed she does is she licks a lot of things to get round, to pick up what it is and everything when her eyes are lacking. So that I have noticed that she might be licking up too much Eco-Earth. And I don't have this with my other geckos, so I've never had to worry about it, but for me I'm thinking, I think she's doing it too often. So I'm thinking of changing her substrate maybe to lino and then with the slate on it, and just having a bit of eco earth where she goes to the loo, just so I can pick that up and then scoop that out and put some fresh in. If you do have eco earth, I never say to people you have to use eco earth. It's definitely a choice if you want to use it like I use it. But if you do find that your gecko is licking it too much or getting too much in its mouth, then you might want to change it or just move it to, say, the cold section. As I said, my other geckos aren't like this. They're pretty good with just not getting it in their mouth, but she does use her tongue a lot to just figure out where things are. So I might change that when I change out her whole tank. You might be able to see Diego back there. He is doing absolutely fine, just completely normal, always eating. Besides that, not really much else. He's got a little flower in here. But yeah, he's definitely seems to be the fan favourite. I never have favourites when it comes to my pets, but on Instagram his pictures seem to get a lot of likes. Especially when he's sleeping, because it's so cute when leopard geckos sleep. But yeah, he's doing perfectly fine. Okay, another thing I want to update on is the RSPCA. Now, if you remember, maybe a month or so ago, I said I wanted to raise money for them. I went to the shelter. It like breaks your heart. I just do not understand people who abuse animals. To me, that's like so bizarre why someone would do something like that. I couldn't even imagine doing that to an animal. And yeah, it breaks my heart. So when you go down there and you see that cats have had their eyes, like, they have like one eye left because of just neglect and or people purposely attacking them, it's just horrible. So I really wanted to raise money for the RSPCA because they do such a good job in taking animals in, and pretty much most of the people who work there are volunteers. So this money goes to like helping out the animals and stuff and paying for food and bedding and obviously the veterinary costs and so on. So I really wanted to raise this money, and I did have to lower the target because maybe I was a little bit out there with my hope of money, so I did move it down to 150 quid. Now I did say if everyone who watched it gave like £1 or £2, we'd get to the target in no time. The video had like 1,500 views, and not including my own donation, we had 7 donations. And to those people, thank you so much. And I totally get, like, some people obviously probably donate to shelters and they've taken stuff to shelters and helped out, and some people are just not old enough to be able to donate online and stuff, so I totally get that. It's slightly disappointing, but you know, we raised £54.18 so far, so that's more than they had before. So I want to say thank you to Helen, Nick, Graham, Jack, Fion? I'm so sorry. I know, Welsh Lizard Girl, thank you. Sorry I can't pronounce your name. Alexander and Natasha, thank you so much to everyone who donated. If you guys still want to donate, go to justgiving.com/leopardgeckotalk. I really appreciate it, and so will the RSPCA. So thank you very much for watching my update video on everyone, and goodbye.